Hey guys and gals, this is Alex with Legendary Apartment Brokers here in Kansas City. Today is Monday, June 23rd, 2025, and this is the KC Multifamily Minute, where I bring you every single week all the new opportunities that hit the open market, whether that's the MLS, Zillow, LoopNet, Realtor.com, or CoStar, or you name it. We cover every single new opportunity that's multifamily here in Kansas City. I tell you exactly how it's going to fit in for your 1031 exchange deadline if you've got one, or if you're an active real estate investor. I try and highlight class, location, and price per unit, maybe give you some rental ideas so you can get a handle on where maybe the seller's coming from. So let's get right into it. So as I do every single week, what do we got? How many are out there in the open market? So a couple things. We'll talk about LoopNet first. I'm going to skip over here to LoopNet. I have this sorted actually for everything that's just been on the open market here as the newest property, newest listings. Really hasn't been anything new in the last several weeks. Again, we talked about these 4 houses that are at the top. That's actually been on and off market over the last year or so. So that's not really a new opportunity. I do like the deal for a lot of different reasons. If you like new construction, it's a great opportunity there if you like Midtown. So anyway, I'm not going to cover that one yet again, but there are 44 total out there that are multifamily in Kansas City. 42 of those are available. 3 are under contract. Most of these are going to be $1-2 million plus type of deals, all the way up close to $10 million. So if that's your wheelhouse, let's reach out. Let's talk about these as you hear them come on the open market. Okay, so enough about LoopNet, CoStar. Let's hop on over to, my website, legendaryapartmentbrokers.com, and how many new opportunities, actually how many total opportunities are out there. So I don't want this to deceive you, because when I first popped it open, there was 98 listings out there. Of those 73 available. Wow, that's a lot, right? I mean, last week we were talking somewhere around in the 80 range with maybe 60 available or maybe close to 70. The reason why that is, I have this map actually filtered upwards a little bit, is because there's 10 new listings in Harrisonville, so I didn't want that to skew the numbers. So there's actually 63 that are out there and available to look at. So some of these have gone under contract here recently. So there's still a ton to look at. Again, that's $500,000 plus, built before 2020 here in the Kansas City Metro, the 7 counties of the Kansas City Metro. But what about new opportunities? Well, we actually have 5. I know it shows 4 here, what you're looking at here for podcast listeners. There's 5 new opportunities to look at, real opportunities to look at here in Kansas City. And we're going to cover every single one of those right now. So first up, podcast listeners, we're going to zoom in here. I'm up here in kind of the Parkville area, Weatherby Lake, south of 152 Highway on the Missouri side in Platte County, south of Berry Road. We've got a 4-plex here for $650,000, which comes out to be $162,000 per unit or so, built in the 80s. So it's good quality construction, newer materials here and there. All 4 have garages, kind of an over-under type of deal. If you're in the market for a 4-plex, you can get behind a $650,000 purchase price for that in a Class A submarket. This could be a good fit for you. Might be a little bit high on the current list price, but I've seen a lot of 4-plexes recently go for $600,000, $700,000, $800,000. That's kind of the market we're in right now, especially for these newer style. I say newer, the 80s and newer gets you away from all the lead-based paint type of activity that you don't have to worry about, okay? So anyway, Class A location, $160-some thousand per unit, $1,500 plus rents on those is kind of where those would project out at. I don't have the exact amount of what they're currently rented at, but that's my projection for that property, okay? Next up, guys, podcast listeners, we're going to zoom in here to the heart of Midtown. We're at basically West 38th Street, so just off 39th Street before you get to Southwest Traffic Way. Heart of Midtown, west of Broadway, west of Main, east of Southwest Traffic Way. We got a 6-plex in here for $775,000. Reasonably listed here at $129,000 per unit. I've seen stuff go for $135,000, $140,000 per unit right here in this corridor of the Midtown submarket. Nice, big, large units, all completely redone over the last several years with kind of the blue cabinets, subway tile, all that kind of good stuff. I mean, if they're 2 bedrooms, you should be able to get $1,200, $1,400, $1,500 per month in rent. Relatively low owner expenses if it's all electric. or something similar. So anyway, I think it's fine price. Class A submarket, urban core, Kansas City, if you like that. Great asset, great location. Of course, close to the streetcar stop. Could be a good fit for you. If you got a 1031 exchange, you got somewhere around that $800,000 purchase price, $750,000. Could be a great fit for you. Again, because even though, sure, the buildings are 1990 or something, it's, or not 1990, 1910 or something like that is when they were built. It's all been redone here with modern finishes, okay? All right, next up is a property. I can take a ton of time on this. It's 27th and Gillum. So podcast listeners zooming in here, up here, Union Hill, next to Hallmark Cards, 27th Gillum, heart of Hospital Hill area, Union Hill area, building that's all been redone. It's got granite, it's got brick, it's got, stainless steel appliances to the nines. I believe it is, let's see how many units it is. It's a 12 unit for $2.2 million. Price per unit on that is $183. So it's, to me, on the high side. But again, these look like they're huge units. Rents have got to be strong on it. Class A location. It is an excellent location. Looks like a ton of work's been done to it. But again, if you love the urban core area and you like Class A location, you like these classic colonnade style, this is a 12-plex. Could be a great get for you if you're willing to stretch and get something more like a trophy asset, so to speak. So reach out if you want to talk about that one. Price per unit, like I said, is $183,000 per unit. Okay? All right, so what else we got? So that's 3 of the 4. What's the last new one? Do we have another new one? Actually, we have 2 new ones, so let's not discount that. So we've got another one over here in Blue Springs. We've got a 4-plex. Again, we just talked about a 4-plex up in a Class A location in Parkville. This one's a 4-plex here in Blue Springs. $599,000. We'll just call it $600,000 for simple math. We're at $150,000 per unit. Rents here, you talk to different people. I mean, rents could top out at $1,500. Might top out at $1,350, depending on who you are. Looks like a nice building. Again, I'm seeing a lot of a lot of 4-plexes go for that $600,000 to $700,000, even $800,000 range Class A location. This one's been redone. I don't know if every single unit's been redone, but it looks nice on the outside. It's got modern, finishes. It may have a common area entrance to it, which would produce maybe some common electric meters. So there might be a little bit of expenses there, but it looks really nice as I thumb through the photos here. It's got a fireplace in the middle, at least on this unit. It's got, large LVP flooring. I think it's been redone to the 9. So, again, house hackers could be a good fit for you there as well. Here in the heart of Blue Springs. Good opportunity, Class A submarket. I already gave you the rents. So that's the 4 new ones. Now, what about all these here in Harrisonville? As I was scrolling through for podcast listeners, there are at least at one point were 10 different apartment buildings in Harrisonville in Twin Oaks Terrace area. I don't really want to take a ton of time on it because it's a little bit confusing even to me. Because I don't know how many units is in each building. I don't know all the rents on there. I apologize that I don't. Maybe I should. But, it is in Harrisonville. So for podcast listeners, all right, let's get down into it. Harrisonville is south side of Kansas City, definitely still in the metro. It's in Cass County. If you're familiar with Pleasant Hill, Harrisonville, Raymore, Peculiar, Belton, those are all Cass County areas. Harrisonville is actually the county seat there, Cass County, and is a good little spot, growing submarket on the southern part of the metro. You've got some nice, 70s, 80s constructed apartment buildings. Let's see when these were built. I pulled this up here. Apologize. It's going to take me a second. Well, while that's pulling up, anyway, there's an opportunity here to buy, maybe let's just call it somewhere around 40 units. I don't know. Each one of these buildings is somewhere around $800,000-$900,000 per building, and I don't know exactly how much has all been done to these. They look fine. They look nice. So anyway, something if you love Harrisonville or want to learn more about the Cass County stuff, you could take a look here, see if there's something here that fits into your buy box. So I just wanted to cover that for you. I do like it. Harrisonville would be considered maybe a B- only because of how far away it is from the core part of the metro, but I do like it As I do like all these outskirt towns because they're all powered, sure, by the Kansas City Metro, but they have their own economies. People want to live there to get outside of the metro, so to speak, maybe have smaller school districts, whatever the case may be. There's a lot of these good outskirt type of property. The only downside is you don't typically get the rent growth that you often do with even the Class C and B submarkets of Kansas City. Okay? All right, guys, that's everything on the open market here in Kansas City. My name's Alex. Email me, alex@legendarypartnerbrokers.com, and we'll talk soon.